Welcome back to Spirit Chasers, and thanks for joining us. Recently I heard a tantalizing ghost story. This story takes place at the height of the Civil War at Shirley Plantation. Not only the oldest plantation in Virginia but also in the country, founded in the 1700s, according to this legend, a wounded Confederate soldier found his way to what was then called the Hill House. The ladies of the house offered him a hot meal, something to drink, and dressed his wounds as best they could. As the Union Army made its way through Petersburg and approached the plantation, the women decided to hide the Confederate officer in the basement. They hid him deep in the basement, behind a false wall. They then intuitively arranged furniture in front of the wall to conceal the entrance whenever the Union troops arrived. They offered the same hospitality to the Union soldiers that they had offered the Confederate. They fed them and tended to their injuries, tearing strips from linings, curtains, and bedding to make bandages. The plantation was eventually offered as a Union hospital. In appreciation, the plantation was spared being ransacked and destroyed, unlike most others during the Civil War. The women of the house worked tirelessly tending to the numerous injured troops. One day a Union soldier found some Confederate items in the house. The women who had sacrificed so much were then arrested, placed in shackles, and taken away. Because the Confederate soldier was hidden in the basement and unable to get himself out, without help from the outside, he found himself locked in. It is said that he died in that basement. And late at night, when the house is quiet, you can hear him scratching and clawing at the walls, desperately trying to free himself. Over 100 years later, some workers found his skeleton during renovations. Sometime in the 1950s, they discovered the false wall and a Confederate soldier, still in uniform, waiting for his nightingales to return. After completing historical research on Shirley Plantation, I could not find any supporting evidence of this tale. The only haunting recorded of this plantation seems to center around a portrait of Aunt Pratt. It seems she doesn't like being stored in the attic or removed from the house. If her portrait is removed from the wall, there is an increase of poltergeist activity. People often report hearing knocking on the walls or witnessing the portrait shaking violently. Then again, it could be the desperate soldier in the basement. If you have had any ghostly experience at Shirley Plantation or would like to hear other ghost stories, please drop it in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notify bell so you don't miss an episode.